chiropractic?
It is. Welcome in. I'm Dr. Jordan. How can I help you?
I've been interested in going to see a chiropractor. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Absolutely. What do you got for me?
All right. So what got you into chiropractic?
I've always been interested in the healthcare field. Growing up, I just always thought, the human body was amazing, and I wanted to find a way that I could help people while also learning about the body. So those two things kind of just clicked for me, and I discovered chiropractic.
Amazing. So where are we in the office right now?
So this right here is our waiting room. This is where when you first come in for your appointment, where you'll be sitting. You'll come into this iPad, be greeted by the smiling faces of our front desk staff, and you'll sign in, and then they'll get you all going. Amazing.
What should I expect during my first appointment?
During your first appointment, we'll do an exam. It'll take around 30 to 45 minutes. We'll do an exam, and then if there's any necessary follow-up imaging or what's that?
It's okay. If there's any. So let's see. What should I expect during my first Let's see. So what should I expect during my first appointment?
During your first appointment, we'll do an exam. So we'll sit down, we'll talk about what's going on with you, and then we'll decide, what kind of treatment you need, or if it's necessary for us to refer you out for any type of imaging or any additional tests.
Oh, pretty cool. All right, well, here's one good question. Why should I see a chiropractor?
We put a lot of stress on our bodies every day, so it's good to see a chiropractor to make sure, those things aren't going to end up in causing us to have any further, pain or stuff. Sorry.
It's okay. All right, so why should I see a chiropractor?
That's a great question. We put a lot of stress on our body each and every day. And a lot of times pain is the last thing to manifest in our body. So there's a lot of decreased range of motion and other things that go on that our body's trying to send us a signal like, hey, I need help, I need you to fix this thing. But most of it, we don't realize it unless we start to have pain. So we want to kind of get to the root cause of those things before you start to have pain.
Sounds cool. All right, well, do you want to show me around the place?
Absolutely, let's go take a walk.
So how long is the first appointment?
The first appointment typically runs anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. Like I said, we do the exam, and then if necessary, we'll refer you out for any type of additional imaging, and then we'll get you treated as well if you don't need any of that.
Pretty cool. Will I get adjusted on my first visit?
As long as there's no need for any additional imaging or any other outside testing to make sure that there's nothing else going wrong, then yes, you will get adjusted on your first visit.
Oh, all right. So, well, does getting adjusted hurt?
Typically, no. Getting adjusted doesn't hurt. I know a lot of people are scared. They see a bunch of YouTube videos out there of people getting their necks popped and stuff like that. There do tend to be some areas that can be a little bit more sensitive than others, depending on what you have going on. But getting adjusted typically doesn't hurt.
Oh, cool. Well, what's your favorite thing about being a chiropractor?
My favorite thing about being a chiropractor is being able to help people. I love when I have people who come in, saying like, I haven't been able to play with my kids, or I haven't been able to, just live my life for years without pain, and they come in for a few adjustments and their lives change after that, and it's super gratifying for me to be able to do that for people.
Pretty cool. What's your favorite adjustment?
My favorite adjustment is going to be the anterior thoracic adjustment. It's the one where we have you hug the pillow here and we go through your mid-back and get you adjusted. It feels so good, and most of the time after I take the pillow away from people, they just let their arms hang back and we're super happy after that one.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Where are we now?
So this is our open adjusting area. As you can see, we have 2 tables here. It's kind of our overflow area of the office. This is kind of where we put people for their follow-up appointments after that first adjustment. So your typical first appointment, you'll be in the exam room where we'll sit down, talk about things, do whatever testing is needed, and we'll treat you in there. And then after that, your next appointments will usually be in either a room like this open adjusting room, or one of our other rooms.
Oh, okay. Well, how often should I be getting adjusted?
It depends what you have going on. If you're coming in, you're in like super acute pain, right off the bat, we might be seeing you 2 to 3 times a week. But for someone who's just trying to get a regular checkup, we usually see people either once a month or 2 times a month, just to make sure things are feeling well.
Pretty cool. So, another question. Is it bad to crack your own neck?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily a bad thing, but it typically means that there's something else going on in the body that needs to be corrected. Usually it means that we have one segment that's not moving enough, so the segments above and below become hypermobile, or they start to move too much. And so because of that, you're able to pop your neck and get some temporary relief, but it's not really fixing the real problem.
Oh, cool. Well, will I get arthritis if I crack my fingers all the time?
No, I was always worried about that growing up too. I heard that story a lot, but you're not going to get arthritis if you crack your fingers a ton. I definitely wouldn't recommend doing it all the time, but it's not going to cause any like large damage in the long run.
So, can you help with headaches?
Absolutely. Depending on what you've got going on, if it's like a tension headache or something going on with your upper cervical spine, a lot of times people who come in with headaches are coming in because they sit at a desk for a long period of time with their neck flexed down like this, looking at a computer screen or something like that. That's definitely something that we can help out with. We've seen a lot of people get tons of relief from getting adjusted.
Oh, pretty cool. Well, on another note, what's your favorite place to eat on the Central Coast?
My favorite place to eat on the Central Coast is Rose's Italian restaurant in Pismo. It's so good.
Oh, what brought you to the Central Coast?
So I'm originally from San Diego. I went to Cal Poly and I played football there. I got a football scholarship at Cal Poly, and that's what originally brought me here. And then I met my beautiful wife while I was there, and she's from AG, so we decided to settle down here.
Oh, favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby? I love to work out. That's what I like to spend most of my free time doing as